Anchoring you.
Today we will have a special program here, the mock assembly. It is our privilege to conduct this amidst the justice. They are the great teachers. They inspire you, and so now I request our Professor Rami Madam, welcome me for this. I request Professor A. Mallikarjuna Madam to welcome me. I request Rami to welcome him with a bouquet of flowers. Inaugurate the function by Jyoti Prajwalan, and I agree.
That is the reason why we would have to make this day so special by his Lordship's great presence in this program. He served as a judge of AP High Court from 2016 to 2020, and presently he is the chairman of AP State Human Rights Commission of Andhra Pradesh, which sincerely welcome you, sir. Thank you, sir. We have another guest of honor, he is an academician, another eminent scholar. He is a student of Ananthapuramu, with complete degree Ananthapuramu, MSc, Ananthapuramu SK University, and he worked as a registrar, and he worked as a CDCT director, and now he and the rector of the university. Once again, with all regards, everyone, I foresee with the young talking with his glory into the future. Thank you, one and all, dear students. Finally, one word is you. We are making a deliberate efforts to make many programs for you so that you will certainly gain a lot of experiences, which you may not get anywhere so easily. I wish you make best use of the opportunity and find great.
Already is a good friend of me, and he is maintaining very well. Even in the government institutions, will not get this all the facilities. I can proudly say that already is maintaining very well, and that is the benefit of the students without profit of the motto. And when you come to this today's topic, that is mock assembly, that is the protection of right to freedom of the religion bill. Really, this is interesting subject, and then most of the people are seeing in the assembly sessions and all that, in the TVs and all that. Everybody is discussing, even in the parks, even in the institutions and others also. Just we are seeing that all the assembly sessions, how they are conducting and how they are discussing in all the bills now. So this is a benefit of the young graduates, then how to conduct that assembly, all that. Okay. Now then actually the purpose of this mock parliament is to make students to understand the parliamentary procedures, to make students consider public issues and form their opinion on them, to train students in the technique of group discussion, to develop in students the ability to arrive at a decision after discussion, to develop in them an understanding that respect for rules is essential for conducting any discussion systematically and effectively, to develop in students the quality of leadership, and to make students to understand the common man's part of view and express it in his articulated manner. So this is actually the main purpose of this mock assembly, and actually you are seeing that so many cases are discussion in the assembly, so many decisions are taking in the assembly, and again they are challenging in the court of law. So there should be a gap between that chattam and nyayam. So then our Hon'ble Justice will give that full entertainment for you with a good lecture, and with this few speech, then I conclude that I thank very much our friend Ram-Reddy Garu for inviting me as a guest of honor for this function. Thank you.
Before we
Rector, an eminent academician and principal of this prestigious law college, respected Sri Garu, I must congratulate your teachers for this. Because for us, our parents are our first teachers, and the teachers are our second parents. You are in a wonderful institution. I think you are blessed. Generally, I make the students smile before I commence my lecture. Here I saw at one entrance both the names, entrance and exit. When we go there, whether we have to leave or come in, I don't know. When I'm looking at it, I'm reminded of an anecdote. Generally, we find colonies developing in a developing city at the outskirts. When colonies come up, generally the first thing that comes up is a small provision store. So in one colony, which is developing in the outskirts of a city like Ananthapur, a small man started a provision stores. Naturally, he was flourishing. After the colonies develop, naturally what happens? Malls come. So two malls are established on either side of this small provision store. Naturally, if you block malls and not small stores, then he got an idea. When his shop is sandwiched between two malls, he changed his shop's name at entrance. So that is the art of survival. Yes, we are all aspiring professionals. Some may be judges, some may be lawyers, some may be looking for the corporate employment. We are here today to celebrate an event, mock assembly. To begin with on the topic, I may say that legislative assemblies and councils together form the legislative body at the state level. They have the mandate to make laws. They hold the state executive accountable. And they sanction public expenditure. These are the main functions in my humble view of the assembly. Of course, the parliament performs more or less the same duties at the central level. It may be noted that in some states we have only assemblies and no legislatures, the councils. Members of the assemblies are directly elected by the people. But the members of the council are elected to a select electorate. For youngsters and novices, to have clarity on the roles and responsibilities of an MLA and to know the functions of the assembly and to understand the roles of both of them, even like the present one, namely the mock assembly, is very important. This topic in my view is of vital importance and is of contemporary relevance. Constitution of India, in my view, does not explain the roles and responsibilities of members of the legislative assembly. It is also apt to note that different people have different opinions and notions on this subject. Therefore, I made a little study for coming here. Till 1990, that is, the local government system is introduced. Only the local bodies, municipalities at the town level and the panchayat structure, the village level. The roles and responsibilities of MLAs were for the entire state. And the concentration of course is only constituency from which the MLA is elected. But after the local government has come into place, the MLA's role is supposed to be limited to state level issues and not locally. So, and also constituency level. So, an MLA is ideally responsible for state level and the constituency level issues only. But when we examine practicality in the country, it's only on the level. public think the MLA of the state is most powerful, especially or lack of the marginalized section, and make them be aware of their rights and their right to enforce their rights. I am told during the report of the principal that we had a big library and also a computer lab, and every month you are having a academic program. I see from the faces here that the student community is a cosmopolitan community. The assemblage of students is from all the states in the country. Student life is a wonderful life. I came from a joint family where 19 elders and 20 children lived in one house. We had a society in the house. I never stepped out of the house. I am the youngest child of the early member. So I didn't even walk in the house. One sister or one uncle used to carry me in their hands. So I am the apple of the eye of the members of the family. So I was not exposed to the outside society till I entered the hostel in the Anantha University for my long. And I enjoyed my student life. How many of you are mischievous students? Nobody. All intelligent students are mischievous. But all mischievous students are not intelligent. My professor always used to say, I am a last bencher. And in my group, we used to have mischievous students. Right. This success for a student, how is it achieved? When you transform into a professional or an employer, an employee, or even an employer for that matter. There is no shortcut to success, hard work. Every day you must spend, in my view, an hour in the library. At the same time, you must not miss the pleasure of student life. Tomorrow is a holiday, you gather in one room in the hostels, you chit-chat, you do all kinds of mischief. You should not miss that. But at the same time, your goal is something else. You must focus on that. You must never miss that focus. You must work in that direction. You must improve your knowledge of law. Your knowledge of law is not sufficient. You must have wisdom. Putting the knowledge into practice, in my view, is one kind of wisdom. That is highly essential. See, I will tell you a joke. How the courtroom practices go sometimes. One a great IR in Indian during the British times was hearing a case. It is a case of adulteration. The subject matter is adulteration of coffee with chicory. The learned advocate or the businessman argued very intelligently that there is no adulteration in the first place. Even assuming that there is an adulteration, the adulterated product is better than the original. Then the judge speaks from the bench. In cases of adultery and adulteration, the argument that substitute is better than the original is not accepted. That's how courtroom practice. That's why judge and a lawyer need wisdom. When somebody asks you a question, you study law, you go out of your court in the college, you go to a senior, he is a practitioner on the criminal side, then he asks you what's the difference between an admission and a confession. You know this subject, but it is very difficult to express, particularly before a learned man. So we must study in such a way that we must be able to know how to communicate what we have learned. So when this question is put in the classroom, my professor said once, after the entire lecture is over, starting from admission is a genus, confession is a species, starting with that. Ultimately, he simply said, one person said, I saw a Rami. What is that statement? I saw a Rami. Another person said, I drowned her to death. What is that statement? First statement is an admission, because on that statement no conviction can be recorded. The second statement is a confession, because on that statement a conviction can be recorded. That's how you must learn law, illustratively. Illustratively. You must be able to express yourself. How this is possible? You must read every subject of law, every book of law, every direct of law, cover to cover. There is no choice. Because we have to interpret law, you cannot read a single section and then interpret it. You have to interpret it in the entire backdrop of the law, the entire statute. So I will tell you one more example and then close. In good olden days, in the British Indian times, a case has come up. Leaving cattle unattended is an offence if the cattle straying to some field and eaten by the product there and cause loss to a third party. So one person's cattle was caught doing that act and it was kept in the farm, cattle farm. He was asked to pay poundage. The thief, that is collectible for spending some money on the cattle feed and all, till it is released. He said, I don't pay. The matter went to court. The problem of law said, if somebody abandoned the cattle, he can be brought to book. His intelligent contention was, you are saying at that I am the owner of the cattle. You are asking me to pay fee. If you say it is abandoned cattle, it is ownerless cattle. The problem is not applicable. See how intelligently he interpreted the law. Then the matter went up to Madras High Court. The judges of the Madras High Court read the entire law, and they have seen the purpose for which the law is enacted. Then they said, we will discard the dictionary meaning and say we give a different meaning to the word abandoned. They said, abandoned means unattended cattle, not ownerless cattle. That is how the law is interpreted. This is one way of learning law. Learning law is not sufficient. As I was mentioning, you must have communication skills. Communication skills are very, very important for a lawyer. For that, I advise you to read lots of books, general reading. Of course, our Indian Penal Code, the law of evidence are the literary masterpieces. You can read them, but to develop your communication skills, you must read general books. I suggest that every day night, before you go to bed, your bedtime reading is 1 hour general reading. You must read compulsorily autobiographies and biographies of great men including judges. Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Dr. Ambedkar, my own Hon'ble of Justice Hidayatullah, Roses in December of Justice Khanna. These are all landmark books which I suggest you must read. Then it helps you in improving your communication skills. For a judge or a lawyer, mere communication is not enough. Your pose, your voice, your tone, your intonation, the language employed, the pause in the language, everything matters. Then only you gain an impression and you can convey what you want to convey in the best possible way. And then a lawyer or a judge has a special discipline. We call it a special conduct or a etiquette. For others, character is character. For us, character has two parts. One is the credit you have in the public, that is called reputation. The other is disposition. Disposition means only people who are close to you know your movements, your daily routine, daily chores, how you behave in a private place, not in a public place. That is disposition. So our character is on a different plane. So this is very, very important for an young student at law. I have taken a lot of time. One important guest has also arrived. Probably you will be benefited by his address. I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. I offer my hearty pranams to all the elders and respected teachers and convey my best wishes to all the students and youngsters present here. I wish you all very, very best.
All smiles in your faces and the future of the judiciary, judicial system, and he loved you so much. I understood this from his speech, kind message. Sir, thank you so much, and I really express my gratitude on behalf of all our students and the teachers, sir. It's a great lesson for us all. Now I request
ఆశీర్వాదమైనటువంటి హైకోర్టు జస్టిస్ గారు మరియు మా బ్రదర్ రామిరెడ్డి గారు, ప్రిన్సిపల్, వైస్ ప్రిన్సిపల్, and my dear student. It's a very great pleasure to me to come here for representing our principal for Mark Assembly on the occasion of Mark Assembly. And it is very happy occasion to give just examples by our Chief Justice in his speech. I have a request to continue this program as scheduled. Thank you, Anantha.
thank you so much, sir, for your blessings.
When you are coming to discuss about will and religion, I am sure you have come prepared, having read a Quran, a Guru Granth Sahib, a Bhagavad Gita, a New Testament, and so on. That's how when a issue comes before a professional, he must know what is the area that will be covered in this list and be prepared for every situation and question that is proper. Then only he will be doing justice to his role. With these two introductory remarks, I declare the students' half assembly open.
So kind of this, sir. I welcome the concerned lecturers to start the proceedings from Murthi.
Madam Speaker to come and occupy their chairs. Now, I request the Honorable Governor to commence the session.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाये तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
I congratulate all the members in their occasion as the representatives to the legislature. I welcome you all in the joint session of the new state legislature of the Nandi Pradesh state. I appreciate the wisdom of the people of the Nandi Pradesh state for having voted for stability, honesty and development. The guiding principle of our administration will be the statement of a visionary leader Hon'ble. That people are gods in the democracy and serving them should be our first priority.
విధేయత చూపుతానని భారతదేశ సార్వభౌమాధికారాన్ని సమగ్రతను కాపాడుతానని నేను స్వీకరించబోయే కర్తవ్యాన్ని శ్రద్ధాశక్తులతో అంతఃకరణ శుద్ధితో నిర్వహిస్తానని దైవ సాక్షిగా ప్రమాణం చేస్తున్నాను.
ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ శాసనసభ్యుడు
షణ్ముఖాన్ని నేను
సభా నియమాలకు కట్టుబడి ఉంటానని వాటిని అనుసరిస్తానని సభా మర్యాదలను పాటిస్తానని సాంప్రదాయాలను గౌరవిస్తానని దైవ సాక్షిగా ప్రమాణం చేస్తున్నాను. శాసనసభ్యునిగా ఎన్నికైనందున శాసనం ద్వారా నిర్మితమైన భారత రాజ్యాంగం పట్ల నిజమైన విశ్వాసము విధేయత చూపుతానని భారతదేశ సార్వభౌమాధికారాన్ని సమగ్రతను కాపాడుతానని నేను స్వీకరించబోయే కర్తవ్యాన్ని శ్రద్ధాశక్తులతో అంతఃకరణ శుద్ధితో నిర్వహిస్తానని దైవ సాక్షిగా ప్రమాణం చేస్తున్నాను. సభా నియమాలకు కట్టుబడి ఉంటానని వాటిని అనుసరిస్తానని సభా మర్యాదలను పాటిస్తానని సాంప్రదాయాలను గౌరవిస్తానని దైవ సాక్షిగా ప్రమాణం చేస్తున్నాం. I deem it a privilege to address the joint session of the both houses of Nandi Pradesh state on the occasion of consideration of protection of right to freedom of religion. My government wanted to provide protection of right to freedom of religion and prohibition of unlawful conversion from one religion to another religion. Thanking you.
conversion, annulment or break any promise of marriage. No person shall convert or attempt to convert either directly or otherwise any person from one religion to another by use of or practice this means or by promise of marriage, nor shall any person abet or conspire such conversion, provided that if any person reconverts to his immediate previous religion, the same shall not be deemed to be a conversion under this stated or colleague may lodge a complaint of such conversion which contravenes the provision of section 3. Punishment for contravention of provisions of section 3.
మేము శ్రీ విజయనగర్ కాలేజ్ ఆఫ్ లా అండ్ పీజీ స్టడీస్ అనంతపురం ప్రిన్సిపాల్ గారు మరియు శ్రీ రామిరెడ్డి గారు గౌరవ బార్ కౌన్సిల్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా మెంబరు, అడ్వకేటు, ఇతర ఉపాధ్యాయులు, వారి కంపానియన్స్ నన్ను ఆహ్వానించిన మీద ఈ టెంపుల్ ఆఫ్ లెర్నింగ్కి వచ్చి విద్యార్థులతోటి, విద్యార్థినులతోటి, టీచర్స్ తోటి కాసేపు సమయం గడపడం జరిగింది. ఈరోజు విద్యార్థులందరూ కూడా ఇక్కడ ఒక మాక్ అసెంబ్లీ అనే ఒక ఈవెంట్ జరుపుకుంటున్నారు. దానికి నేను ఇనాగరల్ అడ్రస్ చేయడానికి ముఖ్యంగా వచ్చాను. వారికి కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ పరిధిలో అసెంబ్లీ మరియు ఎమ్మెల్యేస్ రోల్స్ అండ్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీస్ గురించి చెప్తూ వారు విద్యార్థులుగా వారి భవిష్యత్తు దృష్టిలో ఉంచుకుని వారిని వారు ఎలా తీర్చిదిద్దుకోవాలో కూడా వారికి చెప్పడం జరిగింది. ఈ సందర్భంలో నేను చైర్పర్సన్ ఆఫ్ ది స్టేట్ హ్యూమన్ రైట్స్ కమిషన్ కాబట్టి వారికి మానవ హక్కుల చట్టం, ది ప్రొటెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ హ్యూమన్ రైట్స్ యాక్ట్ 1993లోని కొన్ని అంశాలు కూడా చెప్పాను. అది చెప్తున్నప్పుడు ఆ చట్టం ఏ రోజున అమల్లోకి వచ్చింది, ఆ చట్టం వచ్చిన తర్వాత దేశం కోసము నేషనల్ హ్యూమన్ రైట్స్ కమిషన్ ఎలా ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేయబడింది, అలాగే ప్రతి రాష్ట్రంలోనూ రాష్ట్ర మానవ హక్కుల కమిషన్ ఎలా ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేయబడింది, బ్రీఫ్గా క్లుప్తంగా వాటి ఫంక్షన్స్ ఏంటి, డెసిషన్ రెండరింగ్ చేసేటువంటి ఆర్గనైజేషన్ ఎలా కాన్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయబడింది చట్టం కింద, ఈ విషయాలు కూడా చెప్పాను. చెప్తూ వారికి రైట్ అంటే ఏంటి, రైట్స్లో ఉన్న రకాలు ఏంటి, ఫండమెంటల్ రైట్స్ ఏంటి, న్యాచురల్ రైట్స్ ఏంటి, సివిల్ రైట్స్ ఏంటి, పొలిటికల్ రైట్స్ ఏంటి, ఇలా రకరకాల హక్కుల గురించి కూడా వారికి వివరించడం జరిగింది. నేషనల్ హ్యూమన్ రైట్స్ కమిషను దేశానికి ఒక్కటే ఉంటుంది, అది ఒక స్టాట్యూటరీ బాడీ. దానికి సుప్రీంకోర్టు విశ్రాంత న్యాయమూర్తి అరుణ్ మిశ్రా గారు చైర్పర్సన్గా ఉన్నారు. వారు వారి కంపానియన్ సభ్యులతోటి ఆ వ్యవస్థని నడుపుతారు. మా స్టేట్ లెవెల్లో రాష్ట్ర మానవ హక్కుల కమిషన్ కర్నూలులో ప్రస్తుతం పనిచేస్తుంది. దానికి నేను చైర్పర్సన్గా ఉన్నాను. నాతో పాటు ఇద్దరు సభ్యులు ఉన్నారు. ఒక రిటైర్డ్ జిల్లా జడ్జి గారు జ్యుడిషియల్ మెంబర్గా ఉన్నారు. ఒక సొసైటీ నుంచి వచ్చినటువంటి మంచి అనేకమైనటువంటి పట్టాలు పొందినటువంటి ఒక ఆయన శ్రీనివాసరావు గారని, ఆయన నాన్ జ్యుడిషియల్ మెంబర్గా ఉన్నారు. మా జ్యుడిషియల్ మెంబర్ గారి పేరు సుబ్రహ్మణ్యం గారు. మేము ముగ్గురం కూడా రోజు ఒక కోర్టులాగా నిర్వహించి మాకు వచ్చిన కేసులు పరిష్కారం చేస్తాం. మేము ఇలాంటి వాటికి వచ్చినప్పుడు మా వంతు కర్తవ్యంగా హ్యూమన్ రైట్స్ ప్రొటెక్షన్కి, ప్రమోషన్కి కూడా మరియు అవేర్నెస్ కలుగజేయడానికి కూడా మా వంతు కర్తవ్యాన్ని నిర్వహిస్తుంటాం. ఈవేళ ఆ విధంగా స్టూడెంట్స్కి ఈ చట్టం గురించి అవగాహన చేయడం కోసం ప్రయత్నం చేయడం జరిగింది. ఈ అవకాశం నాకు ఇచ్చినటువంటి కాలేజ్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ వారికి, స్టూడెంట్స్కి అందరికీ కూడా నా ధన్యవాదాలు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. మా స్టేట్ కమిషన్ కర్నూలులో ఉంది కదా, మాకు రెగ్యులేషన్స్ కిందన క్యాంప్ సిట్టింగ్స్ హోల్డ్ చేయడానికి అవకాశం ఉంది. రీసెంట్గా 1 year కూడా పూర్తి అవ్వలేదు మా కమిషన్ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ అయ్యి. త్వరలో 1 సంవత్సరం పూర్తవుతుంది. మేము మొట్టమొదటిగా విజయవాడలో క్యాంప్ పెట్టుకున్నాం. అంటే ప్రజల వద్దకే న్యాయం, జస్టిస్ ఎట్ డోర్ స్టెప్. ఎందుకంటే మార్జినలైజ్డ్ సెక్షన్స్ ఆఫ్ సొసైటీ నుంచి మా దగ్గరికి అనేక మంది వారి పిటిషన్స్, కంప్లైంట్స్ వస్తుంటారు. వారికి అందుబాటులో ఉండాలని ఈ క్యాంప్ సిట్టింగ్స్ హోల్డ్ చేస్తాం. అతి త్వరలో విశాఖపట్నంలో క్యాంప్ సిట్టింగ్ పెట్టుకోవాలని, ఆ తర్వాత రాయలసీమలో పెట్టుకున్నప్పుడు అనంతపూర్లో క్యాంప్ సిట్టింగ్ పెట్టుకోవాలని మేము యోచిస్తున్నాము. ఇది మా మెంబర్సు, మా ఆఫీసర్స్ తోటి కూడా ఒకసారి చర్చించుకుని ఈ ప్రయత్నంలో ముందుకెళ్తాము. థ్యాంక్ యూ.